Hi, Dan Girolmo here. They call me Big Boomer, or Big Boomer Dan. Other people call me different names, but that's because I was a repo man for 26 years. And you can just imagine some of the things that they probably have called me. The point of this short excerpt here is to just show you that people that get involved in what we do, we're just everyday people. We're no different than anybody else, but we have an understanding of why we're going to do something. And if I can ever pass a message to you, is to understand why you do what you do and why you're doing what you're doing. And if you're not getting the results that you're looking for, change a few things. Open your mind and look deeper. I got involved in KB Vision because Joe Norman called me up. Now, I know one thing. Joe checked some things out, and you never really know what's around the corner until what? Till you go around the corner. I got involved in marketing for one reason. All the money is made by opening outlets and simultaneously moving a good or service. No money's ever made except when you do that. So if that's where money's made, that's probably a pretty good place to start to go find out if you want to make some more money in different places. I understand something about money and time. My perception. The most valuable asset you have in your life is not money. It's time. It's time. And the reality is, look in the big picture. Everything in life is nothing more than a series of tasks. When you're growing up and you're going to school, you're learning different tasks that can be applied in different fashions. When you get out of high school and let's say you're going to go get a job, what are you doing? You're learning a very specific set of tasks. Some tasks pay you $30,000 a year for 40 hours of work. Some tasks pay you $100,000 a year for 40 hours of work. Some pay you $500,000 a year for 40 hours of work. It doesn't really matter. When you go to college, what are you doing? You're learning a field that's going to channel a very specific set of tasks. Well, if the goal for you is just to do tasks, that's great, but here's my famous saying: you never get paid for what you know. You only get paid for what you do with what you know. Well, isn't that the truth? So let's look at a broader perspective. You're here and you're young, and you finally figure out something that you like to do. Really, what we should be coaching our kids in school is, how do you want to live? And then let us find out the specific set of tasks that will allow you to live that way and something that you enjoy to do. So, small perspective, you learn a set of tasks. End result is you're going to create income, and then you're going to have to do something with the money, because the reality is you're not going to retire without residual income. So, is the goal to just do tasks to make money, or is the goal to do tasks that create residual income? You can bypass all of this and compress years and years of work by learning to create residual income. I do not get involved in any business venture that does not have the capacity to create residual income. Why? Because if you don't have residual income, you will fail financially. If you learn to create residual income sooner than later, you can do what you want, when you want, how you want, and then you have money, time, and youth. This country here is in tremendous trouble financially. The government's been printing money out of thin air, backed to buy treasuries that are printed out of what? Thin air. There is really no nutritional value out of it. Now, a typical, let me put it this way. A typical example would be if you were just to keep running a credit card over and over and over until the limit was done, and then they gave you another one to do. We have to take care of our own financial house. I cannot be convinced that the United States government, or any other government if you're another, is going to take care of you. It all revolves around their financial health. I was a repossessor. I went to homes, there are $2.5 million that were in trouble. Yeah, they were broke. They were broke at $25,000 a month. Okay, so you can be broke at any income level. So my point is, our perception of how people live based on what we go do is entirely different when you're in that situation. Look at your own self. Now, residual income. If you see what many of us see in KB Vision, it is really an opportunity to fix many things simultaneously. We are going to do a very simple process that doesn't cost you any money. Zero. Even all the marketing tools are created for you for free. Go to work. Remember, you never get paid for what you know, you only get paid for what you do with what you know. So if you take action, it will overcome fear. As a repossessor, you probably can imagine that I've faced many different things. I've been shot at, I've been stabbed, had a guy break a board over my back, bit by dogs. I've been, I've run into just about every situation in life, but right now, there is a time in this country where masses of people are in financial trouble that were never in trouble before. Something about fear being a repossessor. You have two choices. You can allow fear to be your jailkeeper, which will keep you living in regret your entire life. Or you can use fear to be your counselor, in which case you will activate all the synapse reactions in your brain, your entire body, to be the best person you can be, period. And if you channel those efforts in those directions, you will have rewarding life. In terms of, I'm going to give you an analogy here about you and what we have, KB Vision. I want you to think of a teeter-totter, okay? Seesaw. On this side here is every dollar you're going to earn, every dollar you've already earned, and every asset that you have ever bought with what you have earned. For instance, is your home loan, is it in grams of gold, or is it in euros, or is it in dollars? Mine's in dollars, right? So everything that happens to the dollar will affect you. On this side of the teeter-totter, the only thing you have to do to outrun inflation is put more time. How many more hours can you work to generate more, right? As the value of our money goes down, you have to work more time in order to balance it out until you run out of time. The solution, which doesn't cost you a penny to do, you open a KB Gold account on this side of the teeter-totter. And you take some of the money out of this side that you've earned, and you place it into this account. So as the value of the paper money declines, the price value of your gold goes up, and what does it do? It balances out your teeter-totter. We don't spend money in KB. We merely take paper money out of one pocket and exchange it for gold and silver bullion in another pocket. So really, it doesn't get vaporized, we don't toss it out, and we don't pass it through our kidneys. All of our wealth is preserved. I hope that I can maybe make an impact in your life, that you should look beyond what you see from the programming that we get in society today. Create residual income, focus on that. Find out about KB Vision. Get back to the person that sent you this message, and they will tell you more about what our program entails. God bless and have a great life. Thank you.